Guys, we found a suitcase at the beach.
Gabby, go. I'll hold your stuff.
Bro. Oh, wait, open it.
We're like, we're gonna find nothing.
Open it.
It was sweet.
It stinks, y'all.
It washed out. It's
Oh. Oh. Okay, so she's calling the police so we can see if it's actually a dead body or it's just food.
Which one?
In June 2020, a group of teenagers in Seattle, using the Randonautica app, discovered a suitcase at a beach, which contained human remains. The remains were identified as those of Jessica Lewis, a 35-year-old mother of 4, and her boyfriend, Austin Wenner, aged 27. Michael Lee Dudley, 62, was arrested and charged with their murders, believed to be related to a dispute over rent. The discovery was filmed and shared on TikTok, where it went viral, attracting massive public attention. Randonautica is a simple app that got really popular. It's like a game where the app sends you to random places near you. Before you start, you think of something you want to find or learn about. The app then uses something called a quantum random number generator to pick a spot for you to go to. People like to use the app to explore new places, especially when they couldn't travel far because of COVID-19. When you use the app, you can choose to go to an attractor, which is a busy spot, a void, which is a quieter spot, or an anomaly, which is a very special spot based on what you're thinking about. Lots of people started using the app and sharing their stories on the internet, like on TikTok or Reddit. They would talk about weird or exciting things they found. This app became even more famous because of a big story where some teenagers found something really unexpected using the app. So, these teenagers turned on the app and it gave them a place to go, a beach in Seattle. They were excited and curious about what they might find there. When they got to the beach, they found a black suitcase. They didn't know what was inside, so they used a stick to open it because it smelled bad. Inside, they saw black plastic bags. At first, the teenagers didn't know what to think. They made jokes and laughed, but then they realized this might be serious. So, they decided to call the police. The police came about 3 hours later. When the police looked inside the suitcase, they found that it had human remains. This was a big shock for the teenagers. What started as an adventure turned into something very serious. The beach became a crime scene, and the police started to investigate what happened. This story became famous because the teenagers shared it on social media. People talked a lot about the app and whether it was okay to share such things online. This incident shows how an app like Randonautica can lead to unexpected and sometimes serious discoveries. It also raised questions about what we share on the internet and how we handle surprising or shocking situations. When the teenagers found the suitcase with suspicious contents at the beach in Seattle, their decision to call the police was a natural response to what they perceived as a potential crime scene. Discovering what appeared to be human remains is not only disturbing, but also suggests a serious criminal matter. Their initial reactions varied from disbelief to shock, and as the reality of their discovery set in, they understood the gravity of the situation and knew it was necessary to involve law enforcement. However, there was a notable delay in the police's arrival. The teenagers waited approximately 3 hours for the police to get to the scene. This delay could be attributed to various factors such as the allocation of resources, the prioritization of calls received by the police department, or potential miscommunication. It's also possible that the initial call made by the teenagers may not have conveyed the urgency or seriousness of the situation, leading to a slower response time. Upon arrival, the police treated the area as a crime scene. This involved securing the location, cordoning off the area to ensure the integrity of the scene, and beginning a preliminary investigation. The initial handling would have included documenting the scene, collecting any visible evidence, and possibly taking statements from the teenagers who discovered the suitcase. The contents of the suitcase were confirmed to be human remains, which heightened the seriousness of the investigation. The police's approach in such situations is generally methodical and careful to preserve evidence for a thorough investigation. Given the nature of the discovery, detectives and possibly forensic experts would have been involved to examine the remains and gather any information that could lead to identifying the deceased and understanding the circumstances of their death. This incident not only involved law enforcement, but also sparked widespread public interest and discussions about the use of apps like Randonautica and how individuals, especially teenagers, deal with unexpected and potentially traumatic discoveries. The King County Medical Examiner's Office identified the remains as those of Jessica Lewis and Austin Wenner. The discovery turned into a significant criminal investigation, given the nature of the deaths and the manner in which the bodies were found. Michael Lee Dudley, age 62, was later arrested and taken into custody in connection with the double homicide. Upon investigation, significant evidence was found at Dudley's residence. This included bullet holes, bullet strikes, spent rounds, and blood in one of the rooms. The condition of the room suggested that it had recently been painted and cleaned, possibly in an attempt to cover up the crime. Connection to the victims. Jessica Lewis and Austin Wenner were renting a room in Dudley's home in Burien during the COVID-19 quarantine period. There was a dispute between Dudley and the victims over unpaid rent. The rent was reportedly $2,500 per month. Events leading to Dudley's arrest. Dudley was taken into custody and charged with the double homicide. During questioning, he reportedly admitted to having arguments with the victims, but could not explain the bullets or the bullet holes found in his home. The case gained considerable attention on social media, primarily due to the way the teenagers discovered the remains using the Randonautica app and shared their experience on TikTok. The video posted by the teenagers went viral, leading to widespread public interest and media coverage. This incident sparked discussions about the role of technology and social media in modern crime discovery and reporting. It raised questions about ethical considerations when sharing graphic content and the potential impact of such sharing on criminal investigations and public perception. This case, combining elements of a rental dispute, a violent crime, and the role of technology and social media, captured public attention and highlighted the complex interplay of these factors in modern society. The video posted by the teenagers on TikTok, showing their discovery of the suitcase with human remains, quickly went viral. It garnered millions of views and widespread attention on social media. The viral nature of the video brought immediate public attention to the case, potentially aiding in the speed of the investigation. It made the case a topic of public interest and discussion, reaching a broader audience than traditional media coverage alone could have. The sharing of such a graphic discovery raised significant ethical considerations. The primary concern was the respect for the victims and their families. Sharing graphic content can be distressing for the loved ones of the deceased and can also desensitize the public to the seriousness of the situation. Public reaction to the video was mixed. While some praised the teenagers for helping uncover a crime, others criticized them for sharing what was essentially a crime scene on a platform largely used by young audiences. The incident sparked a conversation about the responsibilities of social media users when sharing content that could be sensitive or harmful, highlighting the need for discretion and empathy. There have been instances where social media has played a crucial role in criminal investigations. For example, in the Boston Marathon bombing in 2013, social media users helped in identifying the suspects by combing through photos and videos of the event. In another case, perpetrators of crimes have been caught after posting evidence of their illegal activities on social media platforms, leading to their arrest. However, there have also been instances where social media has hindered investigations, such as in cases where false information is spread rapidly, leading to wrongful accusations or panic. The Seattle Suitcase incident underscores the significant impact of social media in modern society, particularly in how it intersects with legal and ethical considerations. It highlights the power of social media to bring attention to important issues and aid in criminal investigations, but also raises questions about the responsible use of these platforms, especially when dealing with sensitive content. This case serves as a reminder of the need for a balanced approach that respects the privacy and dignity of individuals, while recognizing the potential benefits of public involvement and awareness through social media platforms. As of the latest available information, Dudley was in custody and charged with the double homicide. The case might have progressed since then, but no further updates are available in my current dataset. This case illustrates the profound impact of technology and social media on real-world events. An app designed for exploration led to the uncovering of a serious crime. and the subsequent sharing on social media brought immediate and widespread attention to the case. It demonstrates how technology can inadvertently involve ordinary citizens in critical events, and how social media platforms can amplify the reach and impact of these events. The incident also highlights important ethical considerations in the digital age, particularly regarding the sharing of sensitive content. It serves as a reminder of the responsibilities that come with using powerful tools like social media, where the lines between exploration, entertainment, and the gravity of real-life events can often blur. This case is a poignant example of how the digital and physical worlds intersect, influencing legal, social, and ethical realms, and underscores the need for thoughtful engagement with technology and social media.